filming right now.
And we are really grateful for the responders that responded. And the main guy that headed up the response here was Roman Szymanski. I'd like to give him a big hand. The man jumped up, looked at me and said, "Let's go." So I went, "What?" So I'd like to introduce him up and have him come up here and talk. Come on up, Roman.
USA, USA.
Hello, guys. Just to reflect back a little bit on what happened at the Christmas luncheon. A wonderful man, Bob, had a little fruit stuck in his throat. And I may have been the man who physically grabbed him, squeezed his chest, and the particle flew out, and he started breathing again. But to be honest with myself and everything, there's two gentlemen that had just as much to do with it. One is Matt Flynn, who isn't here, and one is Larry Haney. And I would really like to say their effort in this was Matt grabbed the man and he started. It wasn't working for him. And I came up and says, "Can I help a little bit?" And he says, "Please take over," which I did. And I kept on doing it, squeezing and squeezing. And very importantly, Larry was in my ear, reassuring me and giving me confidence and saying, "Go a little higher, Ron, go to the left, go this." And lo and behold, the particle flew out. But, you know, when I talked to Larry and I talked to Bob a little bit and I got to know them a little bit, and I'd like to tell you, Larry was an Army medic in Vietnam. That's something I couldn't even come close to being in that category, in that hero. This gentleman, in my eyes, is the hero, bigger than I'll ever be. And Bob, the gentleman back there, his story, which is definitely should be mentioned, he was in 1962 stationed in Germany. Do you guys remember when Berlin Wall was coming down? And he was an American soldier, and he was telling me how the Russian troops had Berlin surrounded, totally. There was nowhere for these troops to go, you know. But in Bob's words, he says, as the ammunition was handed out, he said, "They were definitely going to get some lead if we're going," you know, which is a true hero in many ways. He said he's seen a Russian MiG clear as day with the red star on the plane, an American jet following it. And like I said, in my eyes, he is the hero more than I'll ever be. Again, and that should be mentioned. And just to conclude, I think, Bob, I just want you to know, it wasn't Larry, me, and Matt who saved you. It was God that saved you that day. You know, and something that should be mentioned. But more importantly, I think these men took bullets flying over their head. Those are men that gave us the opportunity to enjoy this day, the freedom to enjoy a day with us here, you know, enjoying each other's company. Those are the men that should be recognized. And all of us here should also say, hey, you know, we worked for Warner Brothers in the film industry. We worked in a special industry that people dream about. And to last as long as we did here all together, we couldn't do it with taking a little pride in our work. You know, we all had contributed to that. We took a great story and we made it greater. That's who we are. You know, we went into a stage and we filmed the person's soul, not them. That's who we are, and you should feel pride in all the efforts that we do here. And God bless. That's all.
Thank you, Roman. Now I'd like to hand the microphone over to Barbara, who's going to do not only as secretary, but also fill in for the treasurer today. So if you haven't paid your dues, you better come down and see her.